Hello, beloved souls. It is Twin Flame Tuesday. So, this week, so powerful, and it's just like a little precursor to what we're all building up towards at the Lion's Gate. We had the Day Without Time, which is the 25th of July, 365 days, right, in the Gregorian calendar year. So, this is the day, the midpoint, right, where it's right in between even numbers at the end and even numbers at the beginning. So, it's kind of like a day with no time, and it's a 0 point. And we get to really like it's like a clear canvas for everyone, and we get to just have a refresh or a restart, another new galactic new year, right? Which is awesome. Awesome. So many opportunities for manifestations, new beginnings, drawing in divine love, divine abundance, like really just calling in what we want, really being the designer of our lives, right? Like taking the paintbrush of our life and creating the canvas that we want, right? Taking the pencils and pens back and being the author of our own story. It's a super delicious and powerful time. The sun has just moved into Leo. We have a new moon in Leo coming up, which is super powerful. Leo is the sign, right, of strength and fire, right? They like to be center stage. They're on the red carpet. They're looking good. The lion is going to hear you roar. But it's about more of an inner power than an external power, right? It's not like this bully energy. It's like the lion. The lion is the king of the jungle, and it chills and it sleeps and it relaxes because it knows who it is. It knows its worth. It knows its deservedness. And when it gets up, if it chooses to roar, God help you. But understand that it's just going to be on some fallback energy for a minute because it already knows how powerful it is. It doesn't have to be out there to prove anything, right? So we're in that energy, right? That liony Leo energy where I don't have to prove anything. I'm good by myself. I'm standing in my power. I'm loving on me. I know my worth. I know my deservedness. I know who I am from the inside out, right? And beauty is really an inside job. So that just gets radiated out during this beautiful Leo season, right? It's time for you to shine your light, step up into the sun, allow the spotlight to shine on you, and just highlight everything that is beautiful and delicious about you, as well as taking this fire energy and getting moving. We had a lot of clearing and healing coming out with that beautiful Cancer new moon, which is, new moons are normally about manifesting, but this Cancer new moon was really about helping us to gently let go. And then the Capricorn full moon and came in kind of hard and heavy. It was like, all right, let go now. Like, let go now. I'm going to hit your hand. So you force to let it go, right? And some of these things feel a little scary and overwhelming, but for the most part, it's just the universe coming in with some really tough love, clearing us out, clearing away the container, clearing away the falsities, clearing away the karma and the lies so that we can really draw into our lives the things that we deserve. Pure unconditional love, right? Divine abundance, well being, prosperity, peace, harmony. Like these are all your birthrights and these are all the things that you deserve. So we've been shedding the ego and the illusions and the lies and getting rid of the karmic relationships and the toxic friends and family members so that we can call in our soul family, call in the people that are higher vibrational, call in those that are in alignment with our truth and our soul and our path, call in the unconditional love that we need to feel for ourselves so that we can be beings of love here on earth and we can radiate that out, right? Especially if you're on this twin flame journey. The first step is self love. And I know that everybody doesn't always want to hear that, but at the end of the day, how can you possibly love someone else if you don't even love yourself? So many people can't even look themselves in the mirror and go, I love you. I think you're amazing. I think you're wonderful. I'm really proud of you. Or you know what? I fucked up and I made a mistake and I had to learn from it. Right? We go through stuff. I just got out of a toxic relationship with someone who I initially thought was like my twin flame. There was so many things that were hitting the markers, right? And I understand that people are on their different levels and different paths on a spiritual sense. So because we weren't necessarily always in alignment, I didn't think too much of it because again, they're on their journey and I'm on my journey. But there are lessons that are going to come in with our karmic teachers or karmic partners or karmic relationships, however you choose to word it, that are that are things that you can't learn from your twin, right? Your twin is a higher vibrational reflection of you. So they're not going to come in with abuse and narcissism and the toxicity that is just that leaves your soul broken and it has you sitting in the corner while you're catering to and babying your inner child. No, they're reflecting back to us the parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't stepped into yet, the parts of ourselves that maybe we haven't um that we've been kind of blinded to, right? It's very easy. Wow, why are you getting louder? Literally, they were moving away from me, and now it's like, oh, I'm trying to make a point. Let me get louder. Sorry if you don't want to hear what I got to say, but it's the truth, baby. It's the truth. So many of us would love to be active and aware in our healing, but it's very hard for you to fix something that you don't know is broken, right? It's very hard for you to pour healing into something if you don't have an awareness of it, right? It's like, well, I don't know what's broken, so I don't know how to fix it. Not that I don't want to fix it, but it's like I'm looking at this thing, I know it doesn't work, but I don't know what it looks like when it does work in order to know how to fix it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like finding a piece of jewelry and you're like finding a puzzle. And it's like, yeah, I could eventually put all the pieces together if I just sat there, but it's a lot easier if I have a image of what the puzzle looks like. And it's like, oh, okay, well, at least I know these colors go over here, these colors go over here, these colors go over here, these colors go over here. And that's a start, right? It's not that the puzzle's being done for me, but at least I have like an outline of what it should look like. So we're needing to create these outlines of what do you want your divine union to look like, right? What does an unconditional, loving, passionate, romantic, divine love relationship look like, right? Do you want to be seen? Do you want to be heard? Are you ready to feel valued and respected and supported, right? Is it someone that you can just telepathically have a conversation with, and you guys kind of just look at each other from across the room and burst out laughing because of your own inner jokes, right? Like, what are you looking for in your divine union? And I'm not talking about the person that you've placed in there or whether you've given the title to it, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, or your divine counterpart. I'm talking about the energy of the union, right? Like, I want to be with someone who is on their path of healing and evolution. I don't expect the person to feel like they're complete when I get to them because I know that like when we're complete, we go to the other side, and I kind of want to live in this realm with you. But I know that if I find my person, and if they think that I'm their person, then guess what? We're gonna do this dance together, and we're gonna figure it out. And it's not always gonna be roses. It's not always gonna be candy. It's not always gonna be fun. It may not always feel good, but it's not gonna make me leave me feeling broken and dejected and less than. I'm not gonna be insulted and hurt or feel threatened about my feelings. Like you should be able to express yourself. You should be able to stand in your truth, stand in your light. You should be able to move forward on your mission as a divine feminine and divine masculine and be supported, even if they're not doing the same thing. Now, divine masculines and divine feminines in a twin flame relationship do have a dual mission, right? You have your mission, your partner has their mission, and then you have the work that you do together, right, for the collective. So just drawing all that energy in, right? Like, what do you want your divine union to look like? And I keep saying that because this is an opportune time to get really clear, really crystal clear about that energy. For those of you who have may not met your twins already, or maybe for those of you that are starting this process or even in separation, right? I tell people all the time, and I'll keep saying that don't focus so much on the person, but focus on the attributes, right? Take the name out the game and let's talk about the energy. What energies are you drawing in? And if these are the things you want, are you reflecting that back out right now, right? Are you the person that wants to be seen and heard, but when people are trying to be seen and heard, you're always running your mouth and you're not really seeing them, right? Because you're talking and you're good with the illusion of things, but you're not really good with that person. I tell people all the time, my name is Autumn. It's like you love autumn when all the colors change, but you don't love the fact that things die away. You got to take me for all that I am, right? The beauty and the color, as well as the lesson and when to let things go. You hear me? You hear me? Anyway, my beloved. So we have a new moon in Leo coming up. We are in Leo season. We had this beautiful gateway open up with The Day Without Time. We're moving into Llamas. We have the Lions Gate open up, and then right, right during that same time, we have the full moon coming up, right? So it's back to back to back to back to back, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Energies being hit, but these energies are like so. It's like abundance and prosperity and like manifestation energies on steroids, right? It's like the energy is just amplified. So it's amplifying the things we need to let go, and it's amplifying the things that are coming in that are going to be really dope. And there's a lot of blessings and abundance and coming in for people as a collective, like as the collective. A lot of healing for those that have been consciously doing this work and consciously stepping into it and consciously manifesting these things. It's about to be Julity for you, right? Julity. So I'm so where do we want to start? We're gonna do Gateway Oracle because there's a lot going on. The angels and the ancestor deck wanted to come out, but all right, let's start with the romance angels pause. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you for being here with me in the Twin Flame Collective. You have a lot going on this beautiful week. So please tell me, angels and guides, what does this all mean for the Twin Flame Collective? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What's going to serve their highest and greatest good at this time? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Deception, first card out. Somebody is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. What are we hiding? What are you hiding? What are they hiding? What parts of yourself are you not allowing to be seen because you're feeling a little vulnerable and exposed? What parts of yourself are they hiding? What parts of themselves are they hiding from you, right? We cannot always expect honesty from other people, but we should expect honesty from ourselves. So this is just about being really real and clear about who you are. If you're ready for divine union, if you're ready to be with your divine counterpart, then you need to let it all out, right? And I know that can feel really vulnerable, right? You feel really naked, you're really exposing yourself, you're pouring your heart out to somebody, and you don't know which way they're gonna go, right? And you can pour your heart out to somebody and be rejected, or you can pour your heart out to someone and they're actually in alignment with you, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, thank God I said something, right? Because I found my person. It can be scary to take this mask off. It can be scary to let people know who we are. But at the end of the day, a person can't love you for who you truly are if you never let them. If you never show them who you truly are, then how can they ever truly love you? So it's about stepping up, stepping forward, and allowing ourselves to be seen, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, putting ourselves out there, and taking a risk, right? Taking a risk on love, taking a risk on yourself, and honoring and respecting yourself, and knowing that you deserve this unconditional, passionate, romantic, divine love, no matter what is underneath the mask, right? When we take the mask off, when we take the makeup off, when we take the wigs off, when we take the outfits off, when we take the nails off, when we take the one of the guys have now these faux beards and all this stuff. Like when we take it all off, who are you at a soul level? Right? Who are you as a soul level? That's the light that they're looking for. So don't be so quick to hide that, because that brilliance is who you are, and that brilliance deserves to be loved, honored, respected, and heard. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What else does a twin flame collective need to know at this time? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? The energies coming in with this beautiful Leo season. I think it's hilarious if you guys only got one card. Hey, that's the message, baby. That's the message. All right, angels and guys. They're like, that's it. Stop faking the funk. That's what I heard. Like that's what they need to do. Stop faking the funk. Leo is about showing up, standing up, being seen. Take the mask off and let the world see you for who you are, divine masculines and divine feminines. Let the world. Oh my lord! And for some of you, oh okay. Everybody doesn't know what it means to be a twin flame. And because it's gotten so sensationalized now in the news and the media and it's like trending, everybody wants to force it to fit. Don't force it to fit. As fun as the twin flame journey is, it's not, right? It's not. And I'm not saying that it's not like, oh, you shouldn't be looking for a twin flame. I'm saying that as you're embarking on this and you're meeting like false twins or karmic partners along the way, there's some really harsh lessons, right? Is it all hard? Is it all harsh? No. Is it all painful and teary eyed and a person's running and chasing and then you guys do in reverse? No, not at all. That's not 100% true. But it can be very challenging if we're not ready to step into the truth of who we are. If we're so busy projecting and worrying about what the other person is doing, we're not doing our own work, right? Someone is wearing a false self mask. What are you hiding? Are you willing to do the work for yourself? Are you willing to stand in your truth and really to be honest and vulnerable with yourself? Are you ready to have conversations with people about your twin flame dynamic and not feel like ashamed or bitter or like you're crazy? Also, this conversation isn't for everyone. Not everyone is going to support you or understand what it means to want this beautiful divine love. And from the outside looking in, it can look a little crazy. It's like you're crazy, you're trying to make it fit. Like, I totally get that. So that's where you have to tap into your own energies and your own inner strength and your own powers and be like, am I lying to myself? Am I crazy? Right? And they have to be very discerning, because I've seen a lot of people on YouTube and I've seen a lot of like people on Instagram that are just kind of like forcing it, forcing it. And I'm going to say this now and I'm going to say it again. I'm probably going to say it again. The divine is not going to send you someone that is going to be hurting and harming and belittling you. That is not what this is about. That is a character flaw. That is narcissism. That person needs to do their own healing and their own work, but that is not for you. And if that is coming up into your life, then there are lessons that you need to look at, and be like, why is this coming into my existence, right? If someone is verbally or physically abusing you, then you need to safely get away from that person, right? And then start looking like, no, I don't want that kind of energy in my life, right? Like, I don't deserve that type of energy. Holy Spirit, show me where the blind spots are so I can start stepping into my work. So I know that I'm more valuable than these nasty words or this painful situation that I'm in, right? Give me the strength and the courage to leave. Show me the pathway. Send me support. Send me the people that can help me to break free of these patterns so I can do my healing, right? So I can take this mask off so I don't have to hide anymore. Like, there's a few people that are maybe putting makeup over their bruises. And that makes me so sad, because you don't deserve to be physically hurt by anyone. You don't deserve to be sitting there putting Visine in your eyes, trying to cover up the red. You don't deserve to be putting, you know, I don't know, foundation or whatever you put on your face to cover up bruises. You don't deserve any of that. And I know that's a small part, a very small part of people, but just understand that that's not love and that's not God. It's not love and that is not God. You are on a road map to divine love. The Lord is not going to beat you and abuse you and talk down to you. That's not how the Most High works. God, the angels, they only speak to us in the manners of love. Sometimes they get filtered through people like me that have like potty mouths, but even the messages I give you are only coming from a place of love. I'm never going to give you advice or guidance that's channeled that comes through fear, because that energy, they don't even work the same. Like literally, I don't channel fear energy. I only channel divine, only channel the angels. So there's this energy of like, baby, love yourself. You deserve to be loved. And again, this twin flame journey first starts with self love always. Self love always. How can you pour into you? Right? Yes, you can hold space for your twin. Yes, you can have the grace to give them the time that they need to heal and do whatever they need to do. But at the end of the day, you need to love you and you first. Stand your loving ground. Hold you down in this realm and any other. And as you love yourself, guess what? The universe is benevolent. It's going to bring you that love back. Whatever you're putting out is going to be reflected right back to you, right? 3 times. So don't you want to put love out and get 3 times as much love back? I know I do. I know I do. I'm all the way with it. I'm all the way with the love and the hugs and the kisses and the deliciousness. Yes, give me more. Give me more. Give me more cuddles. Give me more caresses. Give me more nuzzling. Give me all that good loving, right? I want to feel that. And that's what I'm giving to people as well. That was a lot. All right, angels and ancestors going on. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Whew. What messages do you have for this beautiful twin flame collective? We just stepped into Leo season. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What does the twin flames need to know? What do they need to see? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Amazing. Can't make this up. Fear. See beyond the current situation. Take the mask off. Stop hiding and look with the eyes of heaven. Right? Look beyond sight. Time for you to go deeper. Right? Not to be distracted by the 3D world and the illusion of what's going on. I'm hearing again, like, don't fake the funk. Like, don't, all that glitters is not gold, right? I just had this conversation with someone earlier. It's like, all that glitters is not gold. There's this, like, energy going around where people are really battling between their souls and their egos, right? And your soul is coming only from the energy of love, and your ego is coming only from the energy of fear, right? And so it's like, who are you listening to, the angel or the devil, your soul or your ego, right? It's like that conversation. And we're having to take a step back. We're having to dive within. We're having to get still and get quiet and just be really real with ourselves. Like, be really real with yourself. It's not always fun to look at where you've fucked up, or where maybe you stayed too long, or maybe where you put rose colored glasses on. I get it. Listen, trust me, I get it. Because I so much so see people through the eyes of heaven that I forget, or I don't know, you need to stay grounded and deal with the 3D shit that they're dealing out to you, right? It's okay to take a step back and look at the collective and hold love and light for everybody. But there's somebody in your realm that's doing some fuck boy or fuck girl shit. You need to check it, dead it, right? Nip it in the bud right there. So you can see past the hurt. You can see past the comment. You can see past the mask, right? You're looking deeper. This is also about looking deeper within yourself, as well as what's going on within your twin flame dynamic, no matter where you're at on the journey. Doesn't matter if you've never met or if you guys are in union together. You need to see things from a higher perspective, right? See beyond sight. Stop lying to yourself. Take the mask down. We have a mask on. What does it do? It kind of binds our vision, right? Because we have these little holes that we can see out of, but we're not seeing things clearly. You're not seeing things clearly. Take the mask off. You see past the illusion. What do you need to really look at? What are you holding on to make fit that doesn't necessarily fit anymore? What are you purposely blinding yourself from, right? You see our eyes are covered? Choosing to cover her eyes. But why? Why are you choosing not to see? What is it that you don't want to see? Is it something about yourself that you're not ready to deal with yet? Right? Because our twins reflect back to us the things that we haven't necessarily dealt with, or places that we might need a little bit more attention. So, what is it that you're not trying to see? Wow, the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Time to tap in. This new moon in Leo is going to be serving you with some deep intuitive insights. Are you willing to listen and to take the guidance and to follow it? It's great when we pray and get all these answers from God, but it don't mean shit if you don't do shit with it. Right? If you're being guided to take a step left, to go make two lefts and a right, and you're just standing in place talking about, okay, well, the map says make two lefts and a right, but you don't go nowhere, guess what? You're not going anywhere. So it don't matter if the GPS is like, make the next left, make the next left, make the next left, make the next left, make the next left. If you stay in place, guess what? Nothing happens, right? When nothing happens, nothing happens. You have to actually make the next left in order for this all to work. We're co-creating with the universe, right? You ask for directions, you got them, now go. Same scenario. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Don't be afraid of what the outcome will be if you take the mask off, right? You're taking the mask off to show how strong you are, to show that you're a warrior, to show that you're intuitive, to show that you're psychic and that you're beautiful and that you're amazing and handsome and delicious. Like, show your true self. I just saw 2444. Right? Show your true self, and don't be scared of what that looks like on the other side. Right? Don't Don't think that you're going to lose your divine counterpart by being your true, authentic self. If this is your person, right? If these are your people, then they're going to love you for you. And when you fall in love with yourself, the rest of the world learns to fall in love with you too. Be entirely who you are. Pull one more from this deck. That's good. Look, Oracle, bottom of the deck. Wait for important information. And Yeshua, great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. The messages, the signs, the synchronicities, like everything that's coming in to you now and being gifted to you now is so that you don't have to live a lie anymore. It's so that you can elevate and move forward with your union. And this is really a union of balancing your own masculine and feminine energies right now. It's about you loving you, focusing on you, accepting you for who you are. I think a lot of that has to do with Chiron and retrograde right now, right? That's really like Chiron is the planet of the wounded healer. So this is really pouring into you right now for you to love on you, to trust in your own divine messages, to trust in your own strength, right? Again, we're in Leo season. Leo's about inner strength. So this is about you really loving you, and trusting the messages and the guidance that you're getting. Big, big, big time. Big time. And we have the ascended masters surrounding you, right? Yeshua coming in with the dove, peace. So you start seeing doves or white birds, right? That's a symbol from just your guides and ancestors being like, hey, we're here to love on you, right? We're here to support you. Some of you, and that's so funny, some of you may even use scrying as like a form of divination, right? Or connecting with your ancestors. This is another message. I know that message has been coming up for me recently, and I feel like that might be a new divination tool that I use to help people. All right, my beautiful angels and guides. What does the Twin Flame Collective need to know at this time? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What messages do we have to serve the highest and greatest good? What is this Leo season got for my beautiful Twin Flames? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Reviewing. Oh, sorry, reviewing. It says renewing your life, but it looked to me like reviewing. Radiant vitality is filling my life. See the clutter that they're getting rid of, right? The nonsense, the BS. You don't need it anymore. It's time to declutter, right? That's your spiritual house that needs to be cleaned out. Yes, we can also do it in our physical house, but our physical house represents what's going on inside of us. So is your house chaotic? Is there stuff everywhere? Is it dirty? Is it messy? Do you have a lot of stuff under your bed? It's time to start cleaning house, right? Maybe check out some like feng shui tips that'll really help you. But getting rid of the things that you don't need. Making space in our homes, in our lives, in our containers for the things that we do want in, right? It's like being in a relationship and living with your partner, right? And then being like, you know what? I want a new partner, right? It's like, oh, I'm married and I'm in this relationship, but you know what? I don't really like my husband anymore. I think I want to be with another person. Well, first we got to clean up our house. We got to start at home. We need to do our due diligence, right? Maybe end one relationship before we begin another. What? Mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, really renewing your life. I love it. Bottom of the deck, cherishing self. I accept and love myself. I accept and love myself. I accept and love myself. Do you? If you don't love you, how can you expect anyone else to? If you're not even willing to be real with yourself, how do you expect the rest of the world to be real with you? If you're used to lying and cheating and deceiving people, then you cannot be surprised when people are constantly lying, cheating, and deceiving to you. What you put out, you're going to get back 3 times. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad or indifferent, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever you're putting out is going to come back to you threefold. So what are you putting out there, my beautiful twin flames? Are you putting out this energy that like, oh, this twin flame dynamic is so hard and they're going to run from me and then I have to chase them and we're always going to be at odds and no, that like, stop looking at the media's view of twin flames and what are you feeling within your soul? What is the divine telling you? What is your guidance telling you? What is your higher self telling you when you're in these situations, right? This is something I need to work on, or this is something I need to walk away from, or I'm still not in my standing in my truth, right? I'm still not standing in my power, or this situation has me feeling less than, and I don't deserve this. I deserve more. Like, where are you on your path? It's time for you to be really honest with yourself. Where are you on your path? Take the other person out. Take the other person out. Where are you at? How are you showing up in the world? You can't ask for someone to come in and be honest with you if you're not even being honest with yourself. You can't ask someone to love you if you don't even love yourself. You can't ask someone to respect you when you don't respect yourself. How are you showing up? How are you showing up? How are you showing up in the world? I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Your twin flame loves you. But it's time, it is time, it is time for you to love yourself. All right? Later, beloved.